Hi everybody, it's Robert Bruce Anderson. I'm going to do a video today on a comparison between two very similar products, leather handbags and leather backpacks. Okay, and sorry about the interruptions immediately. I'll just carry on, by the way. This is just off the top of my head. I'm just running through the basics of what you need to look at when you're doing a kind of checking to see how strong a product is. This is just for information purposes. If you were serious about doing this, you would go to my other post and find out how to do in-depth product research. Okay, so for interest's sake, I'm going to search for it in the Google keyword tool and see which is stronger. I'm then going to run it through the Etsy system and then through Amazon just to see what comes up. Okay, so let's start with the keyword planner. Right. All I've got up here so far is leather backpack. So the answer to that is 60,500 backpack. 60,500, yeah. Cool. Now, that is a keyword, and people obviously look it up. It's a very high competition. By the way, high competition here, this word means high advertising demand, not necessarily competition in between. So let's presume you want to start off in a less competitive niche. Let's go to ladies leather backpack. Okay, so I'm gonna run this through. I'm gonna just tell you what's happening here quickly while I'm at it. I'm gonna open it on Google and search for it. Then I'm gonna go to a place called Majestic and just check to see what the biggest site is with here. So it's Matt and May Koza. Huh. Okay, so this is not good because it's showing you've got to do this for yours and yours alone. It's because it's showing my local South African results, whereas you need an international. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can make that happen. Okay, it's fighting with me. So basically, it comes up with still with the South African ones. I chose the third one then, the .com, and the fourth one. The third one, in fact, came up with our site had to snag. I've still put it into Explorer. It comes up with a very nice trust flow and a good citation flow. Pretty good backlinks to that page. To the whole site, doesn't say. But it's cool, and the backpacks, the keywords are women's backpacks, Nordstrom. So good job. Not impossible to beat them out on that one. Okay, let's take another one. I have no idea why it's not opening. It's not a good sign. You might find that it could just be South African internet speed. Okay, so something's up with that one. It tells me that it's not too bad, not too competitive. Okay, I'm going to now. So that was the leather backpacks in here. By the way, a very strong niche, as you can see. So these total breakdown in searches, it's the kind of power in keyword research that you could actually target the product you make. In other words, leather backpack purse, as opposed to gifts for him, gifts for her, because this works. Okay, let me try the next one, leather handbags. 1 second, I'm going to pause this, clean it all up, and do the same for you. Right, I'm back and I've run leather handbags through it. I've put it in with a filter down here that says leather handbags. It is fully international. Let me just go and double check that. I'm not lying to you yet. It's all over the world. And there are only 27,000 searches. Now, only compared to 60, it's still half. But there are keywords that if you go for the lower, smaller niche down keywords, long tail keywords, if you like. There are 193 here. My bad. I forget how many there were in the other. I think there were more. Soft leather handbags. You know, so there's certain ones of these that you could target in a big way and have no problem with getting it to rank. Okay, I took one let's see what it was. Ladies leather handbags as my test. It had about 1,600 competing, or not competing searches. There, 1,600, and this time it came up with far more South African. This is a chain store, so it came up with more. I chose the first .international.com just out of curiosity. Let me just see what else people are looking up. Yeah, South Africa, Cape Town, Cape Town. So Google knows what I'm doing here, where I'm at, and it's trying to encourage me to look up local search results, which is cool because, guys, if you're doing a handmade thing, a thing to make and sell, a product you're manufacturing or importing or drop shipping, doesn't matter how you're doing it. It's a shopping, it's e-commerce. Google knows this, and your website will show it up like this. In fact, your website should immediately have, if you're looking for handbags, I can tell you they don't want to hear about why you started making handbags. They want to pitch up and look and think, lovely, or not. Those are nice. Oh, cool. Okay, so I then pop them into here. It comes up with a 4237, so also very strong, more backlinks for this keyword than it was for the leather backpacks, but no problem at all. Okay, so let's take this now. I just need the actual leather handbags keyword, and I'm going to go across to Etsy and have a look at what comes up here. So interesting. Just leather handbags made in the USA, other shops. Okay, this is not necessarily good. Top categories. Okay, so if you look here, 63,000 items, 4,000, 1,000. The biggest one at 63,000. I'm copying it over to here, guys, so long. But not so many alternative, what's the word I'm looking for? Options. Okay. So let's go back to, that's really cute, that thing. I've seen it many times in my searches. Now here we go to leather backpack women, leather backpack men. If I go like this, no, it doesn't give me more. So a little bit better from a variety point of view. 12,000 results for all categories. So now that's interesting. Less results on Etsy, more searches on Google for leather backpacks. The other way around is, in fact, I'll write it and show you. So 12,000 results. 12,000 and what? Wow, I'm going to go 13,000, guys. I really don't need to get a migraine here with that one. Let's take the backpack thing straight across to Amazon while we're here. And then I can perhaps be really lucky and finish quickly on this video if you're not run to my normal half an hour chatting forever thing. Give it a second. Now, by the way, on my site, there is the course that shows you how to do this all really, really properly. So if you're thinking of doing this, don't just guess. This is just to give you kind of a ballpark thing. Okay, now, Amazon listings, if you're going to sell on here, it's complicated, and oh, those are cool. 60,000 results for leather backpack, yeah? And a bit. See, what we're not getting here, sorry, I'm on my other screen, are the actual details, like the rankings and the things and the amount of sales. Let's just have a look at one very quickly, the very first one. $30, it's a good price. I'd pay that. I'll wait for it to wake up. Here's another thing. Can you make a profit and be happy with it at that level? Okay, so 515 customers. That's pretty cool. Reviews, by the way. Sorry, not sales. That's good. You'd have to go and look in the reviews. You'd have to go and look at the listings, related things. Down here, there's all sorts of details. Again, in my proper page that shows you how to do this. You've got to look at things like weight and things, and here, 30 in toys and games. Really? Because it's backpacks. Now you see, I don't want to rank in toys and games, kid furniture, backpacks and lunchbox backpacks at the end. Although to be honest, if somebody looks up backpacks in the first place, they're going to do just like this. They're going to be shown. Nice. They're going to be shown the picture pretty clear anyway. Okay, so we've done backpacks. Let's try handbags and see what we come up with. That's the word I need. Copy. Right, let's check how many. Nothing fast here in South African internet speed, guys. Wow, 59,000 results. That's pretty much, yeah, it is. It's almost identical. Okay, so the results are in. The truth is, both of these are very, very good ones to do. And I would think that it's a matter of your business plan to look at which ones will be made quicker for a better profit. Because in truth, you've got almost identical demand or results pieces for sale on Amazon, okay? Your Etsy had a big change. As I said earlier, your leather backpack has 60,000 searches online, and there are only 13,000 people showing it on Etsy. The other way around is less for the handbag searches and a huge amount more listings of handbags. So it's telling me that off the top of my head, and I'll tell you again, please people, don't take what I say as gospel. You've got to do more research. But it would seem that the backpacks are bigger and therefore will probably be a touch more expensive, but more profitable then. If something is an extra $10, a lot of that percentage goes into your pocket. Possibly easier to make with less clasps and things. You'd have to look at your design and style and stuff in detail to see that. But it tells me that if the backpackers are being searched for more and there's less listings on Etsy anyway, it would be possibly more of a leaning for me to do that in a business point of view. The biggest thing I think would be length of material costs, right? And length of time. In other words, that cost factor of manufacturing one. Oh, and a backpack is probably heavier and a little bit harder to ship cost-wise. So it's all factors you've got to take into account when doing that, the two comparisons. By the way, just for fun, I'm going to pause this and show you something. Okay, I wanted to show you the difference between the gift keywords. Okay, and this is important that you know this, guys, because if you were targeting actual gifts, can you see the number of searches? I mean, when we looked at the demand for, say, leather backpacks, 60,000 is a high number, and you would have been able to niche it down and target the 3,000-4,000 search keywords and probably do quite well. Also, local search is good for all of these. So local search is good for this, but in fact stronger in an area. So let me just pick anywhere for now. Let's pick. Oh my goodness. Oh, isn't that spelled wrong? My bad. Manchester, UK, for fun. Now, it's going to drop that 368,000 searches down to a far smaller amount. Okay, it doesn't say, my bad, because I can't show it to you here easily. Okay, so in your keyword research will tell you this. Let me show you now that I've gone and silly Rob stepped onto this path. One sec, I'm going to pause it and show you what the issue. Typically, so I'm back. Typically, I had to even change to London because it was a bigger one. Now, here's the thing. If you're searching for gift shops in London, 170 people a month look that up, which is not too bad. It shows up as a local search because you've put in a modifier, the word London. Let's go down to the very bottom here and see if there are other related unique shops. London gift shop, 30 for Alice to the Looking Glass. Independent shops, interesting. Good keyword. People want unique products, handmade originals. Okay, so the keywords there for the word gifts, right? So gifts are popular, and if your site is ranking for that, now look at this: leather bag shops in London. Leather bag. Let's have a look. There's naught searches. It still comes up with local search, and these are probably their colourful bags, designer luxury leather bags. Or okay, so Aspinall of London is a good one. What was that? Those guys rank again, huh? Okay, so look down here. British made leather handbags. So there are keywords that are still strong enough, but it starts to make it a bit harder to chase when you're actually producing a site that is orientated towards your product as opposed to the word gift shop. So I just wanted to point out the difference when you're making a product to gifts and leather. My opinion is, in the case of this case, where your products have a higher search demand, these two numbers here, right? 27 and 60,000, 27,000, 60,000. You know what? Make your handbag about your website about the handbags, not about gifts. If you've got a really weird thing, handmade pocket knives that people aren't searching for, but women would buy for men so they can cut their fingers easily, then sure, then go for the gifts for him, gifts for men, what to buy him keywords. Okay, cool. So this test was fun. It turned out to be fairly neutral. In my case, I would presume the backpacks are the winner. But yeah, it was cool. Thank you. I will publish this and you can all enjoy it. Take care. Cheers.